Entering into the last session of the chapter formation of company, and it is also the last stage in the formation of a company, that is commencement of business. Now it is actually concerned with a public company, because private company can already start its functioning. Private company comes into existence already with the receipt of certificate of incorporation. So this stage is concerned, and the previous stage is also concerned with a public company. So public company is having the last stage here in commencement of business. The public company comes into existence, public company start doing business from this stage onwards. Now in commencement of business, it is the last stage in the formation of company, that is a public company. Once minimum subscription is raised through new issue of shares, public company can apply for certificate of commencement of business. So the application for certificate of commencement of business will happen only when it is sure that minimum subscription is raised, minimum number of shares is being applied for. So on receipt of minimum subscription only, company can apply for certificate of commencement of business, and for getting the certificate, company has to submit certain documents along with the application to registrar of companies. So which are the documents? A declaration that shares are payable in cash and have been subscribed for and allotted up to minimum subscription. That means there must be a declaration which is black and white in writing or printed, that says that shares are payable in cash and it is subscribed to the level, it is subscribed to that minimum number and been allotted to that number. 90% is being subscribed for and allotted, and it has been paid in cash. It has been applied for and allotted for cash to the level of minimum subscription, that is 90% of the total allotment. Second, another declaration has to be given for getting certificate of commencement of business, that is a declaration that every director has paid in cash the application and allotment money on his shares. We have already seen directors have to apply for qualification shares in order to be considered director of a company. So a declaration has to be given that the directors have paid for qualification money, paid for qualification shares in cash, and the allotment money is being paid in full like others. So a declaration has to be given from the directors too. It says that they have paid for the shares which they have purchased. Third one is again another declaration that no money is payable or liable to become payable to applicant because of the failure of company to apply or obtain permission for dealing in stock exchange. In the previous session, we heard that application to stock exchange has to be made, and it has to be made, it has to get permission within 10 weeks from the closure of subscription. So otherwise we said that it is becoming void. So it is to be very clearly declared that no money is payable or no money will be liable to be payable because of a reason that company failed to apply to stock exchange. Company has not made any application to stock exchange, or permission for dealing in stock exchange has not been granted. Because of that two reasons, no money is payable or will become liable to be payable by the company. A declaration has to be given in that context also. That's another declaration. And the fourth one is a statutory declaration that all the necessary requirements has been compiled with. As according to the Act as according to the requirements of application for the certificate of commencement of business, all the requirements has been followed. A statutory declaration that is also to be given. So, these are the documents which have to be submitted along with the application of certificate of commencement of business to registrar, and registrar shall examine the documents submitted. That means all these declarations, all the documents along with the application, registrar will go through all the documents, and once he is finding it satisfactory, registrar of companies will issue a certificate called Certificate of Commencement of Business. Certificate of Commencement of Business will be issued when registrar founds the documents and the application submitted is satisfactory. Certificate of Commencement of Business is issued, and it is considered as the conclusive evidence for a company to do business. It is a conclusive evidence that a company is entitled to do business. That means company has the power, company has the capacity to do business. It's an evidence. That certificate is an evidence. Company is having the power, company is having the permission to carry out business, and public company can legally start doing business on receipt of certificate of commencement of business. We have already seen on receipt of certificate of incorporation, private company can start functioning with business, but public company has to wait for certificate of commencement of business to start business legally. And with this, the formation of company comes to an end, and from there onwards company can proceed on with doing business. So, we have seen in the chapter how a company is formed. It passes through 4 different stages: promotion, incorporation, subscription of capital, and commencement of business. So, we have seen what is promotion, what is incorporation, what is subscription of capital, and what is commencement of business, and we come to the end of the chapter.